Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the Challenger Stories. I am joined here by the wonderful Kulle. Would you like to introduce yourself to the folks?
I'm Kullekemeyer, also known as Jordi. I'm 21 years old and I'm the owner of Soulshard Esport.
Wonderful, owner of Soulshard Esports, one of our orgs in the APAC scene. For those of you unfamiliar at home, how did we get here? Let's go right back to the beginning. How did you first get into Siege?
I was about 14 years old. I started that console at the PlayStation. I started playing with some streamers in the Benelux League. He started me in esports to my very first org with Dutchies.
Yeah.
At some point I outgrown the console scene where I started playing in PC scene for a different org called Eagle Empire, where I was not good enough to be there as a player. So I went as team manager. I started my career. We ended up in 6th place in the Benelux season 7.
Okay.
Lastly, the last Benelux region scene. After that, we went into a team called Reveal Multigaming, after Wii Sports, and then MIF Esports, which is also still in the scene.
Floating around, yeah.
And then after a bit of time, I bought Soulshard from someone else.
So Soulshard, Iva, what was that like, that transition from going more hands-on with the teams to what I imagine is now much more an organisational kind of focus?
In the beginning it was hard because you're only familiar as team manager, so only the rainbow part. But then at some point you also have to evolve different games, which we have now, like CS2 and League of Legends, which is weird. But you will get there at some point.
And I imagine it's a totally different ballpark working in CS or working in League compared to something like Siege.
Yeah, and not just the esports scene, but you also have the business scene, which is also a lot different.
Yeah, businesses. At the end of the day, you need to keep your heads above water, right? And looking at Siege, your story with Siege in Soulshard, you want to walk through a little bit of that?
Yeah, we started in the grassroots T4, Tier 3 with some small teams, where we grown into contacting Chaz, which was known as team manager from the old Daystar. Okay. He joined me in as the old co-owner, which sadly left to do his own project. And that's when we got in contact with the old no-cap roster, which is now Soulshard.
Soulshard roster. And it's been quite a story you've had with these guys. Let's dive in more recently, the 6 Invitational LCQs, because that one was a bit of heartbreak, wasn't it, for you guys?
It was a bit unexpected. If you look at stage 1 where we ended up 3rd, which was quite good, seeing where we came from. Then stage 2 ending up 6th was a bit of a downfall, where some of the players were thinking about leaving, yes or no. And then coming in again at the APAC Cup and winning it all. Doing it, and then the LCQ right after, which a bit much, but still great performance against all gamers.
And it was thin margins as well.
Yeah, it was really close. But yeah.
Just it wasn't meant to be this one, but
I guess next year.
Next year, and I suppose that's a great segue into kind of what's on the radar. Obviously, we're just at the start of the competitive year. Invitationals, well, we're here for starters, and they're going to reveal all sorts of lovely goodies. What's on the radar for you guys this year?
I cannot say much, but of course we have a goal, and that's getting on stage. Not just making the major, but getting on the stage itself. If it's just a major, EWC or 6 Invitational, it doesn't matter. We'll get there.
You're going to get there. And something else as well I've spoken with quite a few people about today is the growth of the APAC region, because it's coming a lot deeper the last year or so.
Yeah, and you have seen that there's an announcement that we have a new region in there, China. So I'm really curious because it makes the region harder where we compete in, but it also shows growth, which is good. So we have to see. I'm really curious what Elevate is going to do, if they're going to keep the Brazilians in there or they're going to go back to the Asia.
No, because obviously it wasn't an invitational run really dream for them, was it? Unfortunately, had a couple of struggles here, I think is the best way to kind of put it, going on. And as you say, making majors, making big events next year, that's really the goal plan for you guys. And what's number 1 on your way to achieving that?
At the moment we're going to plan for stage 1 bootcamp at the live location. And we hope that will help us to get further up with more points.
Yeah, keep the boot camp going, keep the team vibes up, because at the end of the day, that's so important, that mental game. And like you say, the region's getting tougher. Yeah. You've got that new Chinese region, and as you've said, you've played against them in the APAC Cup. How was it kind of getting their first feelings and officials?
It was hard because in the beginning they're a new region, they're new teams, so there's not a lot of information about them yet. So it's really hard to like counter-strat them because there's not a lot known. So which did help us. Like we played them in the upper bracket our first game, which we lost also 2-1 I believe. So that gained us a little bit more info, but then you play a different map again and then
reset, go 0 and see what happens.
And that's what happens,
Yeah, big things for next year. And one part of that I kind of want to end on is, as a fan, for all of the folks at home, what's the best thing they can do to support an org such as yourselves?
We dropped the new jerseys. Those will be on sale for sure soon after SI. And for that, support us on social media. How more we grow, how more we can get.
Yeah, the APAC scene's growing. You guys are one of many teams that I know are going to be on the rise this year, and cannot wait to see what you do. Thank you very much for your time, Kulle, and enjoy the rest of the Six Invitational.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.